So that's one thing I wanted to clarify. As far as in using video in search results, that is part of the sponsored brand ads. So sponsored brand ads are different than sponsored products. So I would not recommend dealing with that unless you're dealing with an agency, because they will do the right thing in terms of associating it with the right keywords and things like that. So because you're paying for clicks at the end of the day, so you don't want to just learn the craft on the job, so to speak. It will be the most expensive lesson that you will pay for. But having said that, I totally agree. It has to be professionally produced ad. Again, it's the same kind of commercial, Super Bowl commercial approach, where this is an ad. You want people to click and go to your product detail page and make the purchase. And everything is important there. The length of it is something I did not hear. How long do you think that display ad should be in the sponsored brands?
I think that in that case, you do want to be in the 12 to 15 second range. Again, I'd still probably, I mean, you can obviously get away with 5 or 10 seconds. I'd still bump it up a little bit, because I do think there's people, once they see those, they're dwelling. And, again, what we do know about behavior is every second of attention that you get from someone is going to bias them toward your product. And so, again, nothing captures attention. Literally, from the time that we were, cavemen, we're attracted to motion. This is built into our DNA to recognize motion and follow it, whether it's our next meal or whether it's something trying to turn us into their next meal. Motion is incredibly impactful. So using motion to capture people and to focus their attention in on you is critical. And the longer you can do that, the greater chance of success you have. So again, my bias is that you take it out a little bit longer just to see if you can hold that attention through your video. And by the way, I do want to clarify one thing. I totally agree with you. You're using this word professional, and I agree with that word. It's certainly in the sense of high production quality is what you're looking for. Thoughtful, thought out, graphics, deliberate, no time wasted. That used to mean basically creating a Super Bowl ad, right? It was $0 or $300,000 was the price of entry. That's no longer true, right? So you can get incredibly cost-efficient content produced by production companies, because production companies have brought their rate card down. And again, there is a very smooth continuum through influencers. So influencers today can create content that 5-10 years ago, literally, you would think it would take Wieden and Kennedy to create that piece of content. And so again, for us, we use influencers because we do feel that not only are they bringing indistinguishable production quality from a lot of truly professional production companies, but they are bringing not only the authenticity that consumers are looking for, but because they are influencers and because they understand products, right? Think about what is an influencer? An influencer is someone who innately loves a category, loves a product category, understands products almost intuitively, and is natural at communicating. They are influencers because they are natural at communicating why a product makes sense for consumers. So a lot of times they understand the product better than we as brand professionals do. And so that's why we've sort of like focused in on that influencer space as again, what we would call equivalent to professional production. But again, I agree with you. Push the production quality as high as you can, because again, think of who your competitors are. Your competitors are big national brands who are going to bring it for sure on the production quality side. And so you want to beat them on the authenticity side and on the side of, this sort of compelling connection. You want to win at the emotional connection. You want to win with Nick in the line to go through passport control and be emotionally engaged. That's where everyone's opportunity is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the emotional connection is what you're trying to do.
Yep.
It's not the product features and benefits and specs. That's gonna come next if you make that connection. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.